Hello and welcome everyone. This is MC Lumberjack, and for a special edition Academy Match Day, we have some commentary from the very own me. As we have the first match coming up, Sydney City versus Istanbul FK. It's going to be an exciting one, people. Sydney City, of course, one of the teams to watch in this competition. Down at fourth now, but only a couple wins away from challenging for first there. And Istanbul had a very good first season so far. Uh, let's see what Sydney can do and who will be the stars, the people to watch, the people to scout. As we go into the start, we have Mburu to I Love Ziegel to Action. Nice header from Action. The Nokoi manages to save it. Vin Maritime now. Suzuki gets the ball, gets it to Blobby. Blobby to Alev Ziegel. Back to Mburu. Nice pass. All the way to Blobby, and it just gets saved by the goalkeeper from Istanbul. Sydney putting under pressure early in the game. Corner taken. Blobby tries to go for it, but doesn't get the ball down enough. Istanbul has some rest here. Once again, Sydney getting ready for attack here. Nice pass here, all the way to Action. Blobby is alone for the goal. Gets it to the bar. And Blobby's offside. Unfortunate. Some massive chances so far for Sydney. They're going to be a little disappointed that they haven't converted any of them yet. Impressive showing so far from Mr. Blobby. Just hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet. We now have Tamana Whittington to Linnea Nesse. Action, nice interception. Doing his defensive work here. Ayla Ziegel gets the ball. Vin Maritime. Mburu. Runs it down the wing. Crosses it to Action. It was a nice cross, but Action wasn't able to do anything with that in the end. Didi Joker. Mburu misses the ball there. Little mistake. We now have Jerry. Jerry shoots. And Jackson saves it. First 18 minutes have been exciting. Definitely in favor of Sydney City so far. They have been in control of the match. They once again recollect possession. I Love Ziegel now down the wing. Crosses it to Blobby. Blobby heads it back. Action shoots and Action scores. Beautiful team play. The cross from I Love Ziegel. Wait, did it count for Blobby or did I miss-see that? Let's see this again. Ziegel crosses it. Blobby heads it. Action. Oh! I think that counted for Blobby. I don't think it should have, but Mr. Blobby with the goal on the score sheet. I think Action is going to be a little upset at that, but in the end, they scored the goal, and that's all that matters. So we now have I Love Ziegel one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He shoots. Keeper manages to save it. Tamana Whittington. Emiliano. Out for a goal kick. Linnea Nesse. Mike Rupp. Blobby now. Specjaro, I mean. Some longer possession here for Istanbul. Specjaro is playing it. Sydney is not leaving a lot of space here. In the end, they had to go far, but it works. Potato gets it to Emiliano, but a beautiful save by Jackson. Linnea Nassino gets it to Potato. Gets blocked. Jerry now. Back to Linnea. Crossed again. Once again, Potato. Gets it back. Shoots. Jackson saves. Some important collections here by Jackson, as Istanbul suddenly has a little bit of an offensive. But it comes to nothing for them. And it seems like Sydney is going to go into the halftime with the 1-0 lead. Goal by Mr. Blobby officially. And I think they're going to be happy with this score so far. Could have easily became 1-1, especially at the end there. Once again, list for I Love Ziegel has been super impactful, making runs, getting past players, getting assists, getting crosses in. It's been very impressive. No substitutions. And we go into the second half of Sydney City versus Istanbul FK. And we have Potato. Mistake, but leads to nothing. Francis Mburu got a booking right at the end of last half. Unsurprising. So we now have action with the corner. Gets it to Gary. Oh my god, Gray almost scores a banger, but it hits the bar and goes out of the goal. You could hear that ball hit it. Super hard shot there. So now have across to Blobby. Tries to go for the header, but can't get to it. Ask Jeeves now with the corner. Gets it in, but it leads to nothing. So we go into the 60th minute of this game. Is there any reply from Istanbul coming, or is Sydney going to be able to coast out this match? Stay tuned and you'll find out. Same as I will, as we have action going down the wing. To Suzuki. Finn Meretijn shoots. Oh! Munakoi had to really stretch for that one. Finn Meretijn shoots from outside the area. Beautifully placed. Almost surprises the goalkeeper as Ask Jeeves now takes the corner. Mike Rupp to Gray. Gray shoots. Oh, it hits the bar once again. Sydney is not getting lucky here. They've had some massive opportunities this second half, but are not able to convert. They must hope it's not going to bite them in the ass, in the butt. So we have Dorian Lexington. Monokoi. Mediocre. Once again, Sydney not leaving a lot of space for Istanbul. Really pressing high up the field. Blobby been very active at the front here. Trying to get the ball back. Covering his man. But now Istanbul gets out. Emiliano. We get it to Duncan. But I Love Ziegel once again an interception. But he gives the ball away. Jurgen Muller now. Emiliano. Jerry. Jerry scores. And in the 68th minute, Istanbul equalizes. See this again. Whittington to Muller. Muller to Zaghi. Gets intercepted, but then Jerry is able to finish in the bottom corner. That is going to be heartbreaking for Sydney, especially after all the chances they've had in the second half. They are now going into it equal with Istanbul FK. They are going to want to have a little bit of a final offensive here. So we now have action already. Trying to get to the blobby. Doesn't get it. Suzuki. Maburo. I love Ziegel. Once again in some space. Gets past this man. Crosses it. Blobby gets to it. Can't get the ball down enough. So we go into the last 15 minutes of regulation. Can either of these teams still pull something out of the bag? Jerry now. Oh, and that was almost heartbreak for Sydney. As Jerry comes one-on-one with the keeper, but he shoots it wide. Now we have action with the corner for Sydney City. Taking his time. Gets it in. Blobby heads it, but it's over. Back Jarrow. Jerry now. Gets a lot of space, able to just run all the way to the back of the field, and Jurgen Muller scores with a volley from outside the area. He beats the goalkeeper. Incredible. We have to see this again. Whittington gets it down. Jurgen Muller, just a one-time volley. That's a beaut. That is a beautiful goal. And that is heartbreak for Sydney City. After leading for the majority of the game, to concede 2 in quick succession like that. But there is still a chance. We go into the final minute. There's still a chance for Sydney to equalize. But it's not looking likely as Emiliano gets it to Jerry, and Jerry scores. However, the referee is checking with VAR. But realistically, it doesn't even matter because Istanbul has won this game. And the goal that gets disallowed. So the score will remain 2 for Istanbul and 1 for Sydney City. Except if some real shenanigans happen, but they don't. Disappointing collapse for Sydney City, I think. They looked in control for most of the game, but just in the last 20 minutes, 15 minutes, they really gave it away. Another good performance for I Love Ziegel. He must be getting used to those by now. Interesting goal by Blobby. He was definitely involved in the goal. Maburu, of course, with the yellow card. Honestly, surprised. Jerry was a very, very capable player this day as well. But yeah, I think there's going to be some disappointment for the Sydney players and the Sydney fans after that match. But realistically, Istanbul, it's a tough team to beat, all things considered. This will lead us to our next match, which is Victoria Falls versus Stockholm. And this is going to be an exciting match. Stockholm got some new players, some new blood. Victoria Falls, one of the contenders at the moment. Having some standout performances from Scatcat, from Grizz, Princess Toadstool. Stockholm with a formation I have never seen in my life. Someone been chefing in the kitchen with that one. I'm going to be interested to see how that plays out for Stockholm. Will they be able to make use of it? Let's see. So we have Victoria Falls starting off with Smith on the ball. Getting it to Toadstool. Now Stitcherson. Leafest. With the corner. Takes it. Crosses it in. Ooh, already a nice header. Couldn't exactly see who did it, but Yannick Anderson, the goalkeeper, had to stretch for that one. As Leafest has another corner. He gets the ball back, but it leads to nothing. Tyson Nunez. Leafest. Oh, he shoots. Once again, easy save by Yannick Anderson. Victoria Falls starting off strong, but not having too much of a dangerous shot so far. We have Toadstool who passes to Cat. Cat is nicely played in here. Can they do something with it? Gets it to Jameson. He crosses to Leafest. He's going to go for a shot and he shoots and he scores. 1-0 Victoria Falls as Leafest finishes it in the bottom right corner off a nice assist from Jameson. Now Toadstool with a free kick. With another shot. Oh! That almost goes in. Beautifully taken shot there from Toadstool. Leafest. Leafest. Tries to cross it, but Yannick Anderson is able to collect it. So we go into the first half hour of the game. It's been mostly in control for Victoria Falls. With Stockholm still definitely has a chance here. It's not like they're running away with it. It's probably some getting used to the new formation. Unorthodox a little. So we have Leafest now down the wing. Crosses it to Kat. Ooh, Skat almost with a deft finish there. Now it's Stockholm. Young collects the ball. Chance for a cross here. Gets it to Gavin Miller. To Kirkland, Kirkland shoots from distance, but is not able to hit the target. We have Kat. Roberto Scarpetta. And Kamavinga. Jameson. Victoria playing it around in the back here. Waiting for a moment to strike. Looking for an opening. It looks like Smith might have found one with Toadstool. Toadstool goes for it. Doesn't have the speed to fully get there, but Smith now shoots and oh, it hits the bar. And he gets tackled after, but it's a clean tackle. Once again, the bar has been hit as Toadstool shoots from distance and almost scores an amazing free kick goal. Beautiful. Sad it didn't happen. And that is our first half. Exciting chance-wise for Victoria Falls. Some really big chances, some nice shots. Only one goal. And Stockholm has not been able to create much, if anything, so far this game. Being forced right back on their own half. Perhaps just some growing pains with their strikerless formation. It's always going to be hard. And Stockholm gives away the ball immediately to Skatkat. But they are not able to do anything with it, unfortunately. Unfortunate for them as we go into the second half. Victoria Falls 1, Stockholm 0. The XG is telling a story here, and that is this is Victoria's game to lose. But crazier things have happened, and crazier things will happen as we have Stitcherton now down the wing with some space. Doesn't get it past Rossini. Nice tackle from him. But then cleared to Scarpetta. So we have Smith the leafist. Ooh, Cat is all the way open. And Cat does not miss those. Cat with the 8th of the season. Unless the referee has something to say about it. No, the goal stands. And that's a beautiful goal. Nice finish. Nice build-up. Jameson now gets it to Toadstool. Ooh, tackle in the area, but the referee does not call it. Interesting. It looked like a foul, but I am not a referee, so I won't be making any judgments about the refereeing qualities. As we now have the ball to Brad Wolf, who has not had to do anything so far this game. He's been invisible, but I think that's a testament to the defense of Victoria Falls and not his own skill. As we now have Leafist down the wing again. Smith here. Shoots it. Oh! I don't know where the goalkeeper was going. He was running the other way. Sitcherton now, another chance. But he gets tackled. Rossini has been good on this, where he's been playing. Oh, he's actually an attacker, but he's been defending a lot, Rossini, and he's been doing a good job at it. So we go into the final couple minutes of this game. This will probably be the moment the referee calls it, and he does, as Victoria Falls take the victory from Stockholm here with a 2-0 defeat against the Scandinavians. I think they're going to be happy with their performance. Scat once again on the score sheet. We have an assist from Stan Smith. Jonathan Jameson with an assist as well. All in all, a really good team performance by Victoria Falls. And a rough performance by Stockholm, but definitely there are some moments of shine, of glitter, especially defensively. The team seemed to perform pretty well at times. But I think it might just be growing pains for the new formation they have. This has been MC Lumberjack. I hope everyone enjoyed this commentated Academy Matchday. And I'll see you next time.